What's your favorite interview on Skee TV?
Ooh, favorite one? I don't know. That's
Or
tough.
it doesn't have to be Skee TV because you were interviewing people your whole life. So
Yeah, favorite one. There's so many. I mean, it's always fun when there's a couple of things that are fun. It's always fun when you get with people that you're really close with and and have a good time with. Like we just shot with just recently, like last week, we shot something with Dave East for a new show we're doing, Card Cloud, that he's going to be on, and that's my man. We go way back, so like talking about those
shout out to Dave East.
Yeah, so it's always fun connecting with people that you're really close with and you really know, and are friends with outside of that. And then like obviously like legends, right? Like sitting with the J-Los of the world, even Snoop the first time is still always, something special.
Right. I know that's got to be good.
Yeah, like I remember Snoop's fam. I remember like the Beastie Boys, like Rihanna. Like I remember I interviewed Rihanna. This is funny. I interviewed her the day the iPad came out. The iPad was announced, and I remember asking her about it. And she's like, "What's an iPad? What's those things and stuff?" So like having fun moments like that. I forget. I mean, there's just so many good ones over the years. I mean, on Skee TV, one of the highlights was we did one with Wiz, and my boy had this idea. He knew Wiz was into Ninja Turtles. And so he went out in we rented a Ninja Turtle costume. He came out in one, shout out to my boy Mike, and surprised him with the joint. He was like, "Who do you want to smoke with? If you could smoke with anybody," that was the question. And like, I kind of led him to the answer to say Ninja Turtles without him knowing. And then we brought out Donatello because I was like, there's like a cartoon character, like a comic book. And he said it then. And then the Ninja Turtle came out, smoked with him. We got in trouble from the building owners of that, but it was well worth it. And it actually ended up to Wiz doing the song for the Ninja Turtle movie because they saw that clip. So like moments like that are always super, super fun.
See, and that's how things happen. If you don't live a little on the edge, if you don't press the buttons, you're not going to get results.
Absolutely. It's always the gray area, right?
Yeah. Right. And pressure builds diamonds. So
yeah,
that's a good one. What is Skee Sports? Can you explain that to people that wouldn't know?
Yep. So Skee Sports is just a way for me to get into the sports industry so I can watch games. No, we started creating Skee Sports it started off with doing segments with athletes, right? Like every ball player wants to be a rapper. Every rapper wants to be a ball player. So we're shooting things where we're, taking artists and stuff to sports guys and introducing them to games, and conversely, like taking athletes like Kevin Durant and like going to his crib in Oklahoma City, filming him making music. And it kind of expanded to like helping create content, empowering music we did like the Do Tour, to then actually working with the pro teams and leagues in the game day entertainment, helping book talent. I've been doing the entertainment with the Minnesota Vikings, which is my team, so you can probably tell, but background behind me since 2016 now. And I did it when we opened the stadium. It started with them asking me to come DJ the opening night of their brand new stadium, and I haven't left since. It's been a great run, and it's then expanded to other teams. We've worked with the New Orleans Saints and Coach Payton to across the NBA. We did the NBA Finals and playoffs a couple of years ago, and we're really great at creating kind of that bridging the gap between sports and music, and that's kind of what you see in these cards that I'm doing now with Tops and on my own. I really want to sit at that intersection of like sports, music, culture, and that's why I do all the entertainment with Ice Cube in the Big Three basketball league now. So for me, it's just combining my passions, right? Like sports and music. I always would go to games and listen to how they play and sequence music and watch the entertainment, everything happening outside of the game. So if you look at an NFL game, there's only 14 minutes of actual, like, if you were to cut out all the timeouts and the breaks and the pauses, there's 14 minutes of gameplay. So it's everything else is so important. And that's where I come to life. And then creating content that can kind of walk between those worlds and doing it authentically and organically. Because if you talk to a lot of these pro athletes about, the last thing they want to do is talk about what happened on the field or what happened on the court, as they get that question all the time. So we try to, entertain them with stuff that's fun. And conversely for musicians, like, getting them to games and getting them to do stuff. We brought out 2 Chainz, I remember, to Cleveland for I think it was the conference finals, because he and LeBron are super tight. He said, I'm courtside, have them perform in a timeout, created a collab shirt, created a bunch of content for that, just doing fun, cool things and bridging the gap there.
Sweet. And one thing you said there is it was every rapper wants to be a baller and every baller wants to be a rapper. And Stevie Johnson actually said that to me one time.
Shout out to Stevie.
Yeah. See, and he was in the studio a game doing that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because of your boy, right?
Yeah, because he's your boy's cousin. And we've definitely tried. We haven't had Stevie Johnson on the show before, but we've talked many times. And I have a song with him. I have a song with Stevie Johnson rapping because Game did it. So I wanted to do anything Game did.
I love it. Sure. I love it.
So resident DJ, for the Vikings, you're still doing this?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. You see my Seahawks wall, right?
I know, right? We play you. Actually, it's our opening game, not next in week 3. So
okay, next week then. Eh?
Opening home game. Yep.
All right. And we're talking Seahawks then. How are you into that skull clapping? Are you at the games? You getting them doing the skull?
I'm in every game. I've been doing entertainment. I've been doing entertainment since the first skull clap we ever did. So
okay.
And we've won in Minnesota. We've won best game day entertainment in the NFL every season that we've been there. So.
Yeah, and I'm sitting at Buffalo Wild Wings before the Seahawks game every year against the Vikings, and the whole Buffalo Wild Wings is skull.
Yeah,
skull.
That's what I like to hear.
I know, it drives me fucking mental. You're a resident DJ at XS in Vegas for a while. I don't know if you're still doing that. If you are, can you explain it and how fun was that?
Yeah, I opened up Excess when the biggest club in Vegas, 2009 when it opened. I used to do Excess Drays every night, every weekend, and great run, right? Like I love DJing and doing those things, but yeah, I can't do that. I've got too many other businesses now to be out every weekend. That's why right now I only really DJ, the big sporting things, big stadiums, or a few high profile events that I'll jump in and do. So definitely not doing the runs in Vegas anymore, but I had my moment. I think at the time it was crazy too. Like this is before the EDM scene popped off. Behind AM, I think I was the highest paid DJ in Vegas when we did that deal. And it wasn't anywhere near what you're seeing now, but being able to maneuver and have that experience and tour the world and do those things was incredible. And like a moment that was great at the time, but I don't miss, being up until 6, 7 a.m. every night doing 2 shows and trying to stay alive and awake. I've got too many other businesses and stuff now to run.
That's for sure. And the question I got for you now is Billboard 30 Under 30. Your thoughts when that happened? At the same time as I say that, Big Mike is joining us, my co-host from Vancouver as well.
Hey, DJ Skee, thank you. Thank you very much for taking the time for us. We appreciate it. Sorry I'm late.
Of course, brother. Great to see you, man. You getting the 30 under 30 is always, anytime you get honored, it's always fun. And it's a good tip and have hat. For me, it's really just something to put on the resume that people can, it's funny because you do all this real work and then you point to little moments like that stand out, that define a million other things that you did that people don't notice that are way cooler and stuff. So it's always funny when you get those type of a little awards and moments, but it's always nice. It always feels good to be recognized, especially in the industry that we do. And as a DJ, it's a little more difficult to stand out, especially when you walk between a lot of worlds like me.
Yeah. Mike, shoot this one. You just got here.
Yeah, definitely. I'll hit you with who's your favorite sports athlete, would you say? And let's say football and hockey.
Current players or past players?
Let's go both.
So let's say in football current, I'm going to go Justin Jefferson because he's just so exciting to watch. Dalvin Cook's great too. I love defense too. So it's tough. Eric Kendricks, Harrison Smith, some of the best defenders in the NFL right now. So I got to roll with my guys there. Of all time, definitely Randy Moss, just the excitement in watching him play. There was nobody as energetic. So got to go with that. In terms of hockey, of course, I'm going to say Gretzky, right? Currently, I want to shout out my boy Nate Thompson. Shout out to Nate. He's fun to play. That's my guy. So I got to give him some love.
Okay.
All those sound like Vikings again.
Yeah, exactly. Of course.
I didn't hear
no
Russell.
Love to anybody else.
I know. I didn't hear no Russell Wilson, some Vancouver Canucks or something.
Exactly.
Right.